It gives me great pleasure to introduce week 31 of the Hastings Report with myself and, well, just myself as ESFL veteran Leon Pettit. He's got a social life, so he couldn't be here this week. He's having a nice break with the missus, and I hope he has a good time. But we do get a little bit of Leon as he gives his thoughts on the Hollington Reserves versus Icklesham result. It wasn't a good one for Icklesham. Anyway, let's crack on with the show. So first, on Saturday, 25th of March, it was Broadbridge Heath, topside Broadbridge Heath 3, Bexhill 1. Bexhill's goal from Aaron Cook. And the wonderful Chris Van Rock was at the game. And all he says is it's ended 3-1 to the Bears after an impressive free-flowing game. First half hampered by a ref on the brink of losing control. First goal from Aaron Cook set Bexhill off, but two pens made it 1-1 at the break. Second one saved by Alex Zamani. The game turned after Sam Scott took an injury. Chris wasn't sure if Broadbridge's qualities just shone or they just really desperately needed Sam Scott on the pitch. Sadly, the quality of the league leaders finished the day 3-1, and we lost Dan Hull as well in the last quarter of the game. And Bexhill could not battle back. One worthy mention was Tom O'Shaughnessy from the under-23s came on, and he looked well lively. Very impressed with him. And thanks for that review, Chris Van Rock. Moving on to Little Common 4, Midhurst and Eastbourne 1. Again on Saturday, that game. Sam Ellis, a couple for Lewis Hull on his 600th game for Little Common. Absolutely superb stuff, that. And Lewis Parsons. I mean, it's not been a great week for Midhurst. Out of the Sussex Cup on Tuesday, and now given a comprehensive beating by Little Common with a game full of incidents, cards, pens, injuries, and ruthless finishing from the Common. And it just so happens we got a few of those goals. For a superb piece on this game, please go to www.teacakeandfootballgroundsofthe.uk. I'll put the link in the YouTube just for anyone who can't do that. It's an excellent report on the game full of pictures and videos from a gentleman called Matt Britt, and I highly recommend it. Please check it out. So, upcoming fixtures. Tonight, I'm recording this Tuesday morning. This is Tuesday night's game. We got Alford, Little Common travelling to Alford, who have not won in 9 and are second off bottom, face the Little Common, and I cannot see any other result but a Common taking all 3 points. Probably my kiss of death there. Good luck, the Common. And on Wednesday, we've got Loxwood travelling to Bexhill, and I'd certainly expect Bexhill to get straight back to winning ways against the lowly Loxwood. Then on Saturday, Hassocks travel to the Polgrove. Hassocks only a point above Bexhill at the time of recording, and unbeaten in 8 will be a tough opponent at that Polgrove. Me personally, I think that's a score draw. Again on Saturday, Stelling Town entertain Little Common, and Stelling will be a tough oppo for Little Common, but, you know, could the Common repeat their November win? Certainly hope so. And now over to the MSFL. Saturday's results: Ashurst Wood 0, Hollington 8. Christopher Cumming-Bart bagging a hat-trick, Joseph Elliott Noy, Danny Ellis, Zachary McHenry, Paul Rogers and Daniel Tewksbury smashing 8 for Hollington. It was a walk in the park there for the Hollington boys, as expected really. 3 more points on the road to that title. That was the only result in the MSFL. So we move over to fixtures. Linfield entertain Westfield, which is a massive game. Linfield second off top, looking good. I think the Westies are going to really struggle there. Sedlescombe Rangers travel to Ashurst Wood. Sedlescombe, so difficult to predict how they're going to be. I fancy a draw there. And in the Montgomery Cup, Battletown entertain Ridgewood of the Championship at Princes Park. I fully expect Battletown to be winning this one. And that's all the fixtures for this week. So let's move on to the ESFL Prem. Robertsbridge United 2, Hawkhurst United 2. Robertsbridge's goals from Jacob Edwards and Danny Turner. Unfortunately, at time of recording, Hawkhurst have not put their goals up yet. It was a good draw for Robertsbridge, but draws not really good enough at this point if they want to get off that bottom of the ESFL Prem. That's all the results in that division. But cup results involving Prem sides. We have the ESFL Challenge Cup semi-final. Rytown 1, Crowhurst 2. Crowhurst goal from Sean Leonard, Reece Johnson, Sam Hesmer getting a goal for Rytown. And in the other semi-final, Punnetts Town 3, Sidley United 1. Punnetts goals from Casey Ham, who got 2, and Alexander Burton. Logan Copley getting a goal for Sidley. And there was certainly no love lost in that one, in that fixture. So we have a final of Crowhurst versus Punnetts Town for that ESFL Challenge Cup. And that final is to be played on the 2nd of May, 7:45 kickoff at the Pilot Field. Get yourself down there. Yeah, Rocknall were unable to raise a side against Westfield in the Hastings FA Intermediate Cup. So that's an away win for Westfield. So they then go on to the final. Westfield go on to face, yet again, Crowhurst are in 2 cup finals. This final, again, played at the Pilot Field. The date of that is the 21st of April, and that is, again, a 7:45 kickoff. Get yourselves down there. Watch that final. Move over to ESFL Division 1. Battletown Reserves 1, Sandhurst 1. Robert Briley getting the goal for Sandhurst, and Battletown's scorer was Tyler Smith. Great result for Battletown against high-flying Sandhurst. Although still searching for that first win this season, that late-ish equaliser, a great fillip there for Battletown. The only other game played in Division 1 on Saturday was the Junior Club Tackleway up there on the Dave Brown Memorial Field. Winning 4-1 against Wadhurst United. That boy, Asher Grindle, and a Kale Hackos hat-trick scoring the 4 for Tackleway. Wadhurst's goal, not up yet on any socials, so I don't know. But that's Tackleway really cementing their place at that top spot, and they remain undefeated. Right, move on to ESFL Division 2. And this is not the reason why Leon isn't here this week. It was Hollington United Reserves 10, Icklesham Casuals 1, 5-0 at half-time. James Crone with a hat-trick, Daniel Woodley with 2, Glenn Hine, Alan Foster, who's given the man of the match, Brad Mepham, Ben Phipps, and Jordan Woodley getting those goals for Hollington, and David Dooley getting the goal for Icklesham. As I said, 5-0 at half-time, game done. I mean, Icklesham really put to the sword by an impressive Hollington side. It was a real statement, that win. Equally going behind in the first minute probably didn't help either. And here's some of the thoughts from Leon.
Didn't really want to report, but seeing as I had 3 or 4 people message me last night, and the Hollington boys sort of in the clubhouse afterwards seemed keen on getting individual mentions, so yeah, thought I'd give it a go. Here we are. So yeah, but no, quite simply, we weren't good enough really against, you know, a good Hollington side who've got a good blend of youth and experience, and that was despite missing the likes of Spicer and Nathan Russell, but they still had a very good side out there. And we got off to the worst possible start. He scored within like the first minute, I think, when Jordan Woodley, we know anyone who plays local football knows he can hit one, and he just let one fly from distance, caught our keeper off guard. And there we go, yeah, already losing in the first minute, and then just to sort of sum us up really, poor defending all round really, individual errors, but Danny Woodley got scored with a cross, shall we say, that just flew into the top corner. You might say it was on purpose, but it looked like it come off his shin. But no, they just summed up the afternoon really, and then yeah, the rest of the goals just sort of started flying in. Like I say, just down to poor defending from us, individual areas. But yeah, then we come out second half. We did okay, sort of more than held our own, and Dave Dooley for us got himself a decent goal. Yeah, and then as soon as Hollington got another one, really, that was it for that half of the game, really. Just the goals sort of started flying in. We just really weren't up to the races, and the whole afternoon was just summed up, really. They scored in the last minute. The ball bounced off Glenn Hine. It's just it was another error from us, really. He wanted a special mention. He'll probably tell you it was an absolute worldie, but really he just blocked the pass and it bounced off him into the net. And shall we say, anyone with a slender figure might not have been so lucky, but there we go. But yeah, just harsh reality is, like, from an Icklesham point of view, I think we're a good 3 or 4 players short of regularly being competitive every week, really. It's sort of definitely showed yesterday we're just not fit enough. We've got about 4 of us were carrying knocks, are still recovering from injury, which, you know, I'm sure people are sick of me here moaning about my injuries this season, but hey, it is what it is. You can only play against what's in front of you. But yeah, and I take nothing away from Hollington. They run their socks off for the whole game. You know, they were just better than us. I mean, Danny Woodley's got to be in his late 30s and he just didn't stop running. He just carried on hassling defence. I was in the middle having to chase Alan Foster, who just be another one. He's quality player, and he's probably still good enough to be in the current first team, and probably a few others could be more than easily good enough at that level. But just a crap afternoon, and I hate football. But there we go. But massive thank you to Hollington for putting on food afterwards in the clubhouse. It's always appreciated. It's always nice to go to these places, and they do that for you after the game. So good luck for the rest of the season to them. But there you go.
Again on Saturday, who won? Pass and Move seconds 2. Callum Brand and Philip Hatch getting the goals for Pass and Move. Whose goal was from that Jay Skinner Swain. Then at Oaklands Park, it was Sedlescombe Rangers reserves 0, Ninfield 3, Joseph Trigwell with 2, and Jordan Utley with the goals for Ninfield. Sedlescombe did hold on till halfway through that second half, but Ninfield just too good and stay top. Victoria Baptist 3, Nordium 75-0. A comfortable win at the Old Town Recreational Ground there for Victoria Baptists. It was a super sub hat-trick here from Chris May, who came on and spanked the goals in. And in results involving Division 2 sides, we had in the Hastings FA Junior Cup semi-final, Pesh Hill 3, Bexhill Rovers 0. The goals from Lewis Osborne, Harvey Cato, and Jackson Francis. Dominant display, and it says here that with the Bexhill keeper keeping the score down at points, according to Pesh. ESFL Division 3, Ticehurst 0, Hartfield 0. A bit of a surprise there. Ticehurst down near the bottom of the league, holding Parkfield, second off top Parkfield, to a draw. Bexhill WAC reserves 5, Mountfield United 2, Rosh Wells with 4, and Matthew Rodriguez Barboza getting the other goal for Bexhill. Unfortunately, Mountfield's goals are not up on socials as of time of recording. Division 4, Westfield Fourths 2, Welcroft Park Rangers 2. In a clash of third versus first, the two sides played out an entertaining draw in front of the Parish Field faithful. Bobby Baldock and Drevi Tehu getting the goals for Westfield. Welcroft's goals from Darren Weller and George Jones. And it just so happens we've got those ones. And we move on now to the ESFL Team of the Week. In goal, unsurprisingly, Alex Neville, who had a great display for Battletown. Taylor Bill from Hollington in left back. Right back was Callum Baldwin from Pesh. The centre halves were Crowhurst, Ben Hollington, and Ben Rosling from Pass and Move. In midfield on the left, Adam Gherkin from Battletown. On the right, in midfield, the ever-impressive Jamie Crone of Hollington, with a central midfield pairing of Dravey Tehu and Rosh Wells from Westfield and Bexhill WACs. Up front, with that cheeky goal, in more ways than one, Glenn Hine of Hollington Reserves and Jackson Francis from Pesh make up the Team of the Week for this week. Hopefully we have Leon back next week. And remember, all of you listening and watching, get yourself down to a local game. See you next week.